Michigan.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Anyway, hey everyone, this is Scott with the Scottman, and we're here to do a driving video today. We're heading east on I-94. We're going from the border with Indiana and Michigan, and we're gonna film this all the way to I-196, which is east of the St. Joseph, Benton Harbor area. And here, we're already coming into a road construction zone. So we got a little bit going on here. Although I know they were doing stuff here last year, because I was out in northwest Indiana last year where I did some different videos, like around Michigan City, Valparaiso, even the drive video in Gary. And then also did the little side trip coming back over to Niles. But yeah, I've been filming a lot of videos at I-94 this year in the state of Michigan. Although primarily around the Metro Detroit area and going up to Port Huron, which is at the far eastern end of I-94 in the state of Michigan. So I figure since I'm coming back not only from Indiana, but more so from the Dakotas, figure why not film one at the start of I-94 in the state of Michigan. Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff over here right now. So yeah, this video will probably be going for about another 25-26 minutes according to that sign, but that's how far in terms of time we have until we get to the 196 exit. But I'm staying on I-94 though, because yeah, I'm coming back from my big road trip out to North and South Dakota, which that was such an amazing trip. I'll talk a little bit more about it in this video. I will after maybe this upcoming exit. But yeah, here's the exit for Highway 12, which if you go west, that'll take you back over to New Buffalo and then back into Indiana. And then go east, that'll take you out to Niles. Which Highway 12, you know, if you go east all the way on that highway, it will eventually take you all the way to downtown Detroit. But it's a lot more scenic route compared to I-94, where I-94 is more of a faster route to Detroit, in the Metro Detroit area. So I'm getting into the road trip, so it's like, yeah, I did not. When I was going to North and South Dakota, I did not come this way. Because I stayed the first night up in Duluth, Minnesota, I went up through the Upper Peninsula. So basically, instead of taking I-94 to head west into Indiana and Illinois, in fact to Chicago, I went north on I-75, going through northern Michigan, crossing over the Mackinac Bridge, and then cutting over on Highway 2 and M28. Going through like Munising, Marquette, and then eventually head over to Wisconsin over near Ironwood, which is the far western end of not only the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but all of Michigan. And then, yeah, stayed the first night in Duluth, which yeah, I really enjoyed Duluth. I was only there for a night, but really like the views along Lake Superior. As a matter of fact, I even ate at a restaurant. It was an Italian restaurant, and that was located in town. And I was able to not only eat outside, but have spectacular views of Lake Superior off to my left. It was such a great way to start the road trip. And then the next day, explore a little bit of downtown Duluth and check out Edgar Tower at the top of the hills overlooking the city to get some amazing views. And then after that, I cut over or across Minnesota and stayed a night in Fargo, North Dakota, which Fargo is a really cool city. Not terribly large, so it's like you can see quite a bit of it. In just one evening if you really wanted to. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff along Broadway that was in Broadway Street Broadway Street in Fargo. Even in some areas like in some of the alleys in Fargo had some pretty cool street art, including one that had a wall of Super Mario Brothers. And then after leaving Fargo, that's when I went out to the western part of North Dakota, where I went to the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which is a huge collection of badlands for North Dakota. Not to be confused with the more popular Badlands National Park down in South Dakota. But yeah, Theodore Roosevelt National Park is absolutely beautiful. It was really hot when I was there. Like almost, I think it just got to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Which convert that to Celsius, that's at least like getting close to 38 degrees Celsius. So it was hot, but it was dry though, so it wasn't sticky. I got to explore the park and get really up close to some bison, like from inside my car. It was incredible. And then I also got to check out a beautiful sunset there. Then the next day I drove down to western South Dakota to the Black Hills. I took a little detour on the way down there. I didn't film it or anything, but I did stop at Devil's Tower very briefly just to check that out because it was kind of on the way, sort of. To spend a couple days in the Black Hills of South Dakota. It was my second time there because I'd been there once before a few years ago briefly with my aunt, uncle, the ones who live in Colorado, and my cousin Lauren. Gotta be careful of that truck. We're starting to go over the line a little bit. Because yeah, what we did a few years ago is we went to the Badlands in South Dakota. But we got to drive through the Black Hills going there and back when we were going to and from Colorado. But all we got to see in the Black Hills was Mount Rushmore, which the weather worked out very well for that. And then going back, the weather was really bad to where it was very misty and wet to where you could barely see the scenery. And we went to Crazy Horse Memorial and we couldn't even see the mountain. But so it's like, anyway, this time I was able to go back and the weather was significantly better. It did rain a little bit on a part of the main day I was there, but it ended up working out well anyway because I was able to do some very scenic drives. Like I posted a couple of driving videos on the drives through like Spearfish Canyon and the Needles Highway. Because yeah, even if you just go there just to drive around, it's an incredibly beautiful place. And then, yeah, while I was there too, I got to hike up to the tallest mountain in South Dakota, and also the tallest mountain entirely east of the Rocky Mountains and west of the Pyrenees in Europe. Because yeah, Black Elk Peak, which yeah, is the highest peak in South Dakota, is about 7,244 feet above sea level. And yeah, that hike was incredible. Like, the difficulty wasn't even all that bad. It was, like, moderate. But yeah, really enjoyed that hike. And, of course, I got to check out Crazy Horse Memorial. And it started to rain there a little bit while I was there. What are the odds? But at least I was able to get a great view of the mountain that last time where like all the mist kind of covered it up, this time I was able to see it very well. And of course, and along the trip I had some great food as well, some great South Dakota walleye, a bison burger, and of course I had a stop at the Purple Pie place in Custer, South Dakota for some delicious homemade apple pie. Because yeah, I went to the Purple Pie place a few years ago with my aunt, uncle, and my cousin, and we all enjoyed it after hearing about some of the amazing reviews on it. So I had to go back there this time, and I'm glad I did because it was awesome. Now I need to plan another trip to the Black Hills and maybe in a few years so I can go back to the Purple Pie place for a third time. And then before heading back from the Black Hills, like the morning I was leaving, I went ahead and stopped at Mount Rushmore really quick. Just because if you go like right when they open, not only you beat the crowds, but also the sun is shining on the mountain itself, so that way you get a much better view. And then I drove across South Dakota over to Sioux Falls, which is the largest city in South Dakota, although it didn't feel that large. Like even, it's smaller compared to Grand Rapids even, or even Lansing. Or at least in terms of the downtown area, I should say. But Sioux Falls is really cool, especially if you go to the Big Sioux River. You go to like the rapids and the waterfalls that are there. Like you should go to Sioux Falls just for like even just for that. The exit right here, if you get off here, like you saw that sign back there, you can go over to Warren Dunes State Park. Warren Dunes is a beautiful area. I think my good friend Dima went there earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. And I even filmed a video there several years ago, which I should probably go back at some point to refilm that. Or I wouldn't necessarily say refilm it, but or at least film another video or something. Because yeah, all of the Lake Michigan coastline is beautiful here in the state of Michigan, even going down to Indiana. And then, speaking of my friend Dima, I actually got to meet up with him last night in Crown Point, Indiana, because yeah, yesterday I drove back from Sioux Falls. I didn't want to quite make the drive back home to Michigan last night. I wanted to play it safe. I stayed the night in Northwest Indiana in Merrillville. As a matter of fact, the same hotel I did a hotel review last year. And I got to meet up with Dima in Crown Point, Indiana, which is just to the south of Merrillville last night. And no worries, just to be safe, we did keep our distance, so no worries there. But just got to walk around Crown Point, just hang out for a couple hours. So that was cool. Yeah, I was also, I mentioned this in my concluding vlog for the road trip. Well, anyway, Dina lives in the Northwest Indiana area, and I have another friend who lives out in Northwest Indiana as well. I've talked about her, I think, a few times as well. Her name's Natalie, or Nat for short, and she goes by Madame Toadstool on YouTube or social media. She's another very good friend of mine. I wanted to try to meet up with her as well, but she ended up her and her husband were out of town this past weekend. I think up in Southwest Michigan. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to meet up with her on this trip, but hopefully on a future trip when I come through this area. course, I'm making the trip back now. Yeah, I was talking for quite a bit. I should probably drink some water. There we go. Oh yeah, I look at my gas tank right now. It's starting to get a little low. Not dangerously low or anything. No worries about that, but I'd probably be doing a Scottman895 travel or driving with Scottman895 first in this video. I'm going to be having to pause the video temporarily to stop and get gas. I'll probably stop and get gas at probably the exit for St. Joseph, because I know there's a gas station right at the exit there. So I'll have to pause the video at that point and then resume the video. Because I'm definitely not going to have enough gas to get back to the Detroit area. But one nice thing about I-94 in southwest Michigan, basically between Indiana, or the Michigan-Indiana border, and I-196, or heck, even going into Indiana, is that it's 3 lanes on each side, so, because this is a highly traveled area. Because, yeah, when you look at it, especially when we see the very end of this drive today, I-196 branches off of I-90 or I-94, where I-94 continues east toward Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Jackson, and then eventually Ann Arbor and Metro Detroit. I-196 continues along the shores of Lake Michigan, going up to South Haven, Saugatuck, Holland, and then starts heading inland a little bit over to Grand Rapids. And heck, and then I-30 or Highway 31 in Holland branches off 196 and continues right along Lake Michigan, going all the way up to Grand Haven, Muskegon, Whitehall, Pentwater, Ludington, and all the way up to Manistee and Traverse City. And then it meets up with I-75 all the way up near Mackinac City. Get off at this exit to get gas really quick. There should be gas stations, but I just want to make sure first. Oh yeah, there's plenty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get off at this exit. So I need to go ahead and fill up the gas tank. This exit, although I could go up there to go to the Meyer gas station, but oh well. Alright, so I'll be right back. So I will see you back on the freeway at the entrance ramp momentarily. Alright, so getting back on the freeway now. Yeah, if I would have gone north, that like you would have gone off at that exit there and gone north, that would take you right up to St. Joseph. As a matter of fact, it was either as I stopped at the Shell station there, because there's also a mobile gas station there too. I remember stopping at one of those 2 stations in the past before. Because one time I remember, I think it was at Warren Dunes or something, or somewhere in this area, and I ended up getting away from Lake Michigan, washing up onto my leg to where I got my socks all wet, and I remember having to another Michigan city. I did film a video there, but I really should go back there just to check it out again. If I get a chance, or if I go back to St. Joseph to film a new video, I should try to see if either Dima or Natalie would be available to meet up for that. Although I know Natalie's about to start up a very intensive nursing program starting tomorrow. So it's hard to say if she would even have time for that, but you never know. It's always possible. But yeah, it is a beautiful day today, though. Mostly sunny skies right now. It's a little warm this morning. It's almost 10 o'clock Eastern time right now. Which that reminds me, I still need to move my clock back up to Eastern time. It's still on Central time at the moment. But yeah, it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's just under 25 degrees Celsius. And yeah, M63 also takes you into St. Joseph as well. River, of course, empties out at St. Joseph, Michigan, and travel upstream. It's like, what's cool about the St. Joseph River is that it goes into Indiana over to South Bend and Elkhart, and then it curves back up into Michigan again, because the St. Joseph River starts in Michigan. So yeah, so it starts in Michigan, it goes south into Indiana, and then back up into Michigan again before emptying out into Lake Michigan. Speaking of South Bend, I need to get back down to South Bend at some point too. It's been several years since I was last there. Car's dirty though, so at some point after I get home I should probably go through the car wash. I had no idea they had a Best Buy over in St. Joseph. Where you're driving out bumpy roads. Oh yeah, if I look off to the left, yeah, big shopping complex for the St. Joseph Benton Harbor area. Okay, we got another few miles to go in this video, and here's the exit for South Highway 31. In the future, they're supposed to build or continue the Highway 31 freeway going up to where I-94 and 196 meet, because the Highway 31 freeway goes south toward Niles and then South Bend, and then of course continues south down to Indianapolis. But what it does here, yeah, I'm stuck because there's cars in both in the left lanes. There we go. Until they build the freeway edition. Highway 31 temporarily runs along I-94 here, and then it continues along with 196. Which, yeah, that extends up in a couple miles already, so. But yeah, as for upcoming trips, yeah, I'm definitely trying to plan another, maybe a larger road trip in early October. And who knows, I might be coming back through this area again. So it's always possible. I can always try to meet up with Dima or Natalie again. Or Dima again, or possibly maybe with Natalie. It'll depend on their schedules though, because they always can be busy when I'm coming through here. And then probably until then, it's like, not sure yet. Maybe more stuff in Michigan. I do have the trip Labor Day weekend for San Diego, but I'm likely going to be postponing that just because not everything's open in California right now. So I might postpone that either in November or maybe into 2021. You'll hear my GPS start going off.
In half a mile, keep left at the fork to stay on I-94 East.
Right on call. Okay, so here's the exit for I-196, which of course goes up toward South Haven, Holland, and then Grand Rapids. But I'll be continuing on I-94 toward the Detroit area.
To stay on I-94 East.
I hope you enjoyed this driving video here on I-94 going from the Michigan-Indiana border all the way to I-196.
Continue on I-94 East for 137 miles.
I'm aware of that. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott with the Scottman895.